This is Chris Baszler. Subscribe to TNW Wrestling on YouTube. Subscribe to my other channel, Word of Chris, and subscribe to this channel, Chris Baszler, and follow me on Twitter, Instagram. They'll all be down there in the description box. And I'm here to do my WWE Friday Night SmackDown May 6, 2022 reviews. So here we go, discussing about tonight's episode of Friday Night SmackDown. Now, we kicked off with the show with the WWE SmackDown Women's Champion, Charlotte Flair. She came on out because she was going to be in the match against Aaliyah. So yeah, this was a rematch from last week's Friday Night SmackDown. So yeah, before the match even started or anything, Charlotte grabs the mic and she starts talking crap about the area that they're in, and talking crap to Aaliyah. And then she said, "Well, Aaliyah, we're going to act like you're Ronda Rousey right quick." And she goes like, "Come here, Ronda, come here." And then Aaliyah starts walking closer up to her, okay? And then Charlotte starts beating the hell out of her, beating her down and everything. The match never happened at all because Charlotte was just laying some beat downs onto Aaliyah. And then Ronda Rousey comes running out, and Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair starts brawling. Rousey started getting upper hand, but then Charlotte comes back a little bit, throwing Ronda into the barricade and stuff, brawling outside the ring, and then they get into the ring again, starts brawling inside the ring as well. Referees and security guards comes out to break both of them up, but it kind of wasn't happening because it was beating down the referees and stuff, and then they kept on going at it as well, and then they finally got held back and the brawling stopped. So yeah, that's what happened there. It was an okay start to SmackDown, so yeah, it was alright. Going into their I Quit match this Sunday at Backlash. So yeah, it was an okay segment. But it looks like up next we're going to be seeing Sasha Banks and Naomi up next on Friday Night SmackDown. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until the next thing that happens on Friday Night SmackDown. See you guys later. Until then. So the next thing that happened on Friday Night SmackDown, it was the first match of the night. It was one half of the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Sasha Banks with Naomi at ringside versus Shayna Baszler with Natalya at ringside. So yeah, it was Shayna Baszler versus Sasha Banks in a one-on-one match. Naomi's wearing like a armband thing around her arm, because of Shayna Baszler attacking her arm. So yeah, that's what happened there. And then at one point during this match, we seen Natalya, I guess, trying to interfere, and then Sasha Banks took her out. And then she was trying to get back into the ring, and then Shayna Baszler kicked her right in the face, and then rolled her up for an inside cradle. And then she kicked out to Sasha did. And then Sasha was trying to roll her up for a backslide. Shayna kicked out, and then Shayna Baszler finally got like an inside cradle, rolled up onto Sasha Banks. And she had her foot on ropes with Natalya helping her out as well, getting a 3 count. So yeah, Shayna Baszler defeated Sasha Banks tonight in the one-on-one match. But then after the match ended, we seen Natalya and Shayna Baszler started attacking Sasha Banks and Naomi inside the ring. But then Naomi started fighting back and everything. And then they both took out Shayna Baszler and then hit a double eat defeat move onto Natalya, laying her out as well. So yeah, that's what happened there. But it was an okay match. I'll give that match what happened after the match 1 star. That's why I'll give it. Pretty good stuff. It was okay. So yeah, that's what happened there. But then backstage, we had the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Usos, backstage. They was getting interviewed, and they was talking about how they're going to beat RK Bro and Drew McIntyre in that 6-man tag team match. But they're still going to go after those Raw tag team titles to unify the tag team titles after WrestleMania Backlash. So yeah, that's what they said. But yep, it was okay as well. So yeah, but up next we're going to be seeing Happy Corbin hosting Happy Talk up next on Friday Night SmackDown. So yeah, that's going to be the next segment on Friday Night SmackDown up next. So yeah, see you guys later. Until then. So the next thing that happened on Friday Night SmackDown, we had Happy Corbin come on out, and he was hosting Happy Talk. So yeah, he was talking about how he's going to beat Madcap Moss this Sunday at WrestleMania Backlash. That's what Happy Corbin was saying. But then Madcap Moss pops up on the Titantron, and he starts talking to Happy Corbin, talking about how he's going to beat him at WrestleMania Backlash. And then he was talking crap to him, and then Happy Corbin was like, well, how about you, instead of you being back there, how about you come to my face or whatever? And Madcap Moss and was like, okay, cool, I'll go right out there. And he actually comes right on out, gets face to face with Corbin, and starts laying in some jokes on the Corbin, talking about like, how many phases are you going to go through? I mean, at one point you was a lone wolf, you then was Constable Corbin, and then, you know, sad Corbin and happy Corbin and all that. So yeah, that's what he was saying. He said, he said he claimed to be a lone wolf, but, you know, wolves got hairs and all that. So yeah, that's what he was saying to him. And pretty much started calling him bald and everything. And then I guess it hurt Happy Corbin's feelings that he walked out the ring and just left. So yep, that's what happened there. It was an okay segment though, so yeah. But up next we're going to be seeing Drew Gulak's opponent on Friday Night SmackDown. He'll be taking on a mystery opponent up next. So yeah, he's going to be back in the ring now. So yeah, we'll see you guys later. Until the next thing that happens on Friday Night SmackDown. See you guys later. Until then. So the next thing that happened on Friday Night SmackDown, it was a one-on-one match. It was Gunther versus Drew Gulak one-on-one now. Drew Gulak was waiting for his mystery opponent, and it was Gunther. So yeah. But before I talk about that match, we gotta talk about the Raw Tag Team Champions, RK Bro. They was getting interviewed backstage, and they was talking about how they're going to beat the Bloodline this Sunday at WrestleMania Backlash. And if the Usos wants to come after the tag team titles, they could come after it because they're going to beat them as well and unify the tag titles. So yeah, that's what RK Bro was saying. But then we get to the match: Gunther versus Drew Gulak one-on-one. Now Ludwig Kaiser was the one that came out. He introduced Gunther. Gunther then comes in and starts beating the hell out of Gulak, of course. You know, at one point he locked on the sleeper hold onto him, hits that chop, and then hits the power bomb onto Drew Gulak and then pins him for the 3 count. So yeah, Gunther defeated Drew Gulak tonight in a one-on-one match. And then Ludwig grabs the mic and he says, and your winner of this match, Gunther. So yeah, that's what happened there. But it was an okay match. I'll give that match a half of a star. That's what I'll give it. But yeah, that's what happened there. But then, backstage, we get Shinsuke Nakamura getting interviewed. So yeah, Nakamura's getting interviewed about what happened last month. It took them forever to do this, I guess. I don't know what's going on. Or long-term storyline, just saying. WWE actually planning shit out, probably, but doubt it. But yeah, Shinsuke Nakamura was getting interviewed backstage, and he said that he's going to be coming at the Roman Reigns when the time is right. So yeah, that's what he said. But then Sami Zayn's like lurking behind him. So yeah, like Sami Zayn's going to go be a snitch and snitch on Shinsuke. So yeah, but yep, that's what happened backstage. But next we're going to be seeing a tables match. It'll be the New Day versus Sheamus and Ridge Holland in the tables match up next on Friday Night SmackDown. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then. So the next thing that happened on Friday Night SmackDown was a tables match. But before I talk about that match, we gotta talk about Drew McIntyre. Now Drew McIntyre was getting interviewed backstage, and he was talking about how of course they're going to beat the Bloodline this Sunday at WrestleMania Backlash. But they're going to go face to face with the Bloodline later on tonight on SmackDown. So yeah, that's what McIntyre was saying. But then we get to the match. It was a tables match. It was Sheamus and Ridge Holland versus Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, the New Day, in a tag team tornado tag tables match. So yeah, that's what this match was. It was a tables match. It was a pretty good match. It was really good, actually. Of course, it's like their best tag team match with each other with these two teams. So yeah, one point there was a cool moment actually where Kofi Kingston jumped off the top turnbuckle with a crossbody on the Sheamus through the barricade, which looked pretty nice. But then at the very ending of this match, it looked like Xavier Woods was going to put Ridge Holland through the table because he had Ridge laying on the table. He climbed up the top turnbuckle, but then Sheamus starts fighting with him and getting him off the top turnbuckle. So yeah, Ridge Holland got saved right there. And then Kofi Kingston comes up fighting Sheamus and stuff, and then he hits the Trouble in Paradise on the Sheamus. Sheamus falls on the announce table. He's laid out on the announce table. Kofi Kingston was holding on to Sheamus, beating him down still on the announce table, while Xavier Woods is climbing on the top turnbuckle so he can jump off on the Sheamus, I guess. But while that was happening, Butch returns. He comes up from underneath the ring, starts attacking Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, beating both of them down. Sheamus then hits the bro kick onto Xavier Woods, throws him into the ring, and then Ridge Holland and Sheamus hits a double choke slam onto Xavier Woods through the table, winning the match. So yeah, Sheamus and Ridge Holland defeated the New Day tonight in the tables match. That's what happened. And then after the match ended, we've seen Butch beating down and attacking Xavier Woods at the end of the match. So yeah, that's what happened there. But that match was pretty good. So far, best match of the night, actually. It was a really good tag team match. I like that match, actually. So yeah, I'll give that match 2.5 stars. That's why I'll give that match. But then, after the match ended, we get backstage. Paul Heyman was getting interviewed by Kayla Braxton. Paul Heyman was like, "Oh, you're flirting with me now, huh?" And then Sami Zayn comes up and Kayla Braxton and walks away. And Paul Heyman's like, "No, don't walk away from me." Sami Zayn was like, "Look, Paul, Shinsuke Nakamura did not forget what y'all did to him last month. But on my behalf, I will take care of Shinsuke Nakamura." So yeah, Sami Zayn said he'll take care of Shinsuke Nakamura tonight and just tell Roman Reigns how he got his back. So yeah, that's what Sami Zayn was telling Paul Heyman. But yep, that's what happened backstage. So yeah, maybe we will see Sami Zayn versus Shinsuke Nakamura tonight. We will see. So yeah. But still to come later on tonight, we'll see the Bloodline and RK Bro and Drew McIntyre going face to face later on tonight on Friday Night SmackDown. So yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing happens on Friday Night SmackDown. See you guys later until then. So the next thing that happened on Friday Night SmackDown, it was a one-on-one match. But before I talk about that match, Sami Zayn goes backstage and he wants and he's asking Adam Pearce for a match against Shinsuke Nakamura, but for next week's SmackDown. And Adam Pearce is like, "No, it will happen right now." So yeah, and Sami Zayn was going to argue with him, but he said, "Alright, you know what, fine." So yeah, Sami Zayn and Shinsuke Nakamura was the next match. But then, before that match happened, Lacey Evans got introduced and she came walking out. She got a new theme song and all that, so yeah. But yeah, she came walking out, just showing up, being there, and that was it. And then we get to the match, Sami Zayn versus Shinsuke Nakamura one-on-one. It was an okay match. At the end of this match, we seen, at one point, Shinsuke tried to lock on the cross arm breaker onto Sami. Sami tried to pin him while locked on the cross arm breaker, but Shinsuke kicked out at 2. And then Shinsuke kicked him upside the head, and he was waiting for Sami to get back up so he could hit the Kinshasa on him. But then Sami, of course, quickly rolled out the ring so he wouldn't get hit, so he could avoid it and all that. And then Shinsuke comes out of the ring as well, kicks Sami in the face. Sami kept on trying to run away while the referee was still counting and all that. And then Sami pushes Shinsuke to the barricade, and then hits the Helluva kick onto him. And then he quickly runs and gets back into the ring, and Shinsuke Nakamura got counted out. So yeah, Sami Zayn defeated Shinsuke Nakamura tonight by count out. That's what happened. I'll give that match 1 star. That's what I'll give it. But yep, that's what happened there. But up next, we're going to be seeing Drew McIntyre and RK Bro and the Bloodline on Friday Night SmackDown, up next, going face to face. So yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on Friday Night SmackDown. So the next thing that happened on Friday Night SmackDown, so we had Drew McIntyre and the Raw Tag Team Champions Randy Orton and Riddle, RK Bro, come out to the ring, and they was calling out the Bloodline. So yeah, and immediately the undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns and the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Champions Jimmy and Jay, the Usos, the Bloodline, finally came out. They go into the ring, and then all 6 guys started brawling. So yeah, all of them starts brawling and everything, going at it and all that. And then it looks like the Bloodline was taking control because Roman then hits the Superman punch onto Drew McIntyre, and then the Usos threw Riddle and Orton out the ring, and then they was holding on to Drew McIntyre so Roman Reigns can beat him down some more. But then that's when Riddle quickly comes into the ring, hits the RKO onto, I think it was Jey Uso, if I'm not mistaken, one of them. And then Randy Orton comes in there and hits the RKO on the other one as well. So yeah, the Usos got laid out by RK Bro. And then it looks like Roman Reigns is going to attack Randy Orton because I guess he was trying to clothesline him. Orton ducks under. And then all of a sudden Orton ducks again. And then that's when Drew McIntyre quickly comes up with a Claymore at the same time, hitting Roman Reigns in the face. So yeah, Drew McIntyre laid out Roman Reigns, and then McIntyre, RK Bro standing tall. So yeah, that's what happened. It was a pretty good segment, though, to end off Friday Night SmackDown. I would say this much. This week's SmackDown was way better than last week's episode. Last week's SmackDown was just shit. I'm not even going to lie. But this week's, it was... Yeah, of course, it wasn't the best, but it was way better. I would just say that for sure. It was way better. This segment was probably the best segment. I mean, even though nothing really happened except them all fighting. So yeah. But yeah, this was the go-home show for WrestleMania Backlash, which is this Sunday. I'll be doing my reviews on it this Sunday, but I have my predictions and all that up tomorrow, so yeah, look out for that. But yeah, for tonight's Friday Night SmackDown, I'll give it 7 stars. That's why I'll give it 7 out of 10 stars. That's why I'll give it. So yeah, it was okay. SmackDown, like I said, match of the night. I'll say it was that tables match between Sheamus and Ridge Holland and the New Day. So yeah, match of the night right there. Shinsuke, Nakamura, and Sami Zayn. I mean, they could have had better finish in the fucking count out, but that's whatever. I don't care. Lacey Evans, she finally appeared live on TV. So yeah, that's what happened there. Let's see, Sasha Banks and Shayna Baszler, that was alright. Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair, I don't care for their match for this coming up Sunday, but I'll talk more about that match in the feud itself tomorrow on my predictions. So yeah, look out for that, like I said. And then Gunther defeating Drew Gulak was okay, and Happy Corbin Madcap Moss segment was alright as well. So yeah, that's what happened there. But yeah, that was SmackDown for you. Not the best show, but I'll say it was way better than last week's episode for sure. But I'll be doing my AEW Rampage reviews up next. It came on earlier, I think 5:30 or something like that. So I haven't done my reviews on it yet. I'll have it uploaded soon. So yeah, like, subscribe to TNW Wrestling on YouTube. Subscribe to my other channel, Word of Chris, and subscribe to this channel, Chris Vales. And follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and I'll be down there in the description box. And I'll see you guys later for AEW Rampage up next. See you guys later. Until then.